Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T, and today I want to share more information about Richard Allen, the 50-year-old man from Delphi, Indiana, who was charged on Friday, October 28th, 2022, in connection with the deaths of Libby German and Abby Williams in 2017. He's facing very serious charges, so I'm sure law enforcement has concrete evidence tying him to the crime. The Carroll County Police Department and the Indiana State Police have been careful over the past 5.5 years not to arrest the wrong person, so I have to believe that they have solid evidence linking Allen to the crime. There are rumors that hair fibers found at the scene of the crime may have been matched to hair fibers found inside Richard and Kathy Allen's home. Some are even saying it was hair from the couple's cat. Of course, this is all unverified and just the stuff of rumors because the police have sealed the affidavit for probable cause to arrest Richard Allen. No one other than law enforcement knows what evidence was found tying Allen to the case. And Allen has not yet been found guilty of the crime. He pleaded not guilty, and the authorities are saying that he's not cooperating with them. It sounds like he might have said, "I have the right to remain silent, and I want a lawyer." As for those sealed records, note that a public notice went up on Monday in Delphi announcing a hearing that will be held at 9 a.m. on November 22nd of 2022 at the Carroll County Circuit Court. The hearing is to determine the sealing of the records for Richard Allen, so the public is being invited to participate in deciding whether or not the affidavit for probable cause to arrest Allen and other documents associated with his arrest should be unsealed and made public. The prosecutor in Carroll County did say he would ask the citizens of Delphi to assist in that decision, and he's clearly keeping his word. Moving on to new information we've heard from locals who knew and interacted with Richard Allen and his wife Kathy. Yesterday, the New York Post shared details of a conversation one of their reporters had with a local Delphi bar owner named Bob Matlock. Matlock is the owner of the now closed JC's Bar and Grill. Matlock told the Post that Richard Allen and his wife Kathy were regular patrons at his tavern. He also said that Richard Allen often sat inches from a police sketch of Bridge Guy, and we've all seen that photo of Allen sitting in the bar smiling with the flyer behind him. And I'll say it again, to me, that spells duper's delight. If Allen ends up being convicted of this crime, then it shows how good he was at blending into the community, at displaying a look and a personality that tricked locals into not making the connection between his face, stature, and voice with those of Bridge Guy. Matlock said that Richard and Kathy Allen were regulars, and they would often talk about the 2017 crime. Matlock said, and I quote, "He would come in and we would always talk about the girls and everything. We would carry on conversations about it. He would say, it's such a tragedy." And we'd say we felt sorry for the families and all of that, end quote. Matlock said that he considered Allen and his wife to be good friends of nearly 20 years, and he describes them as coming to the bar 3 to 4 times a week and chatting with other patrons, sometimes about the girls' deaths. The Allens were members of JC's Pool League and were active in the community. Note that Matlock and other bar-goers called Richard Allen Rick, and Matlock found him to be quiet and friendly. As for Kathy Allen, Matlock described her as sweet, and he said that she works as a veterinarian. Matlock described being shocked when the authorities arrested Allen. He said, and I quote, "I just couldn't believe it when they said they arrested him. I said, well, that can't be the Rick we know. And then we come to find out it was. There wouldn't have been any inkling to anyone that knew him that would expect him to do something like that. End quote. Matlock feels that the two sketches of Bridge Guy bore no resemblance to Allen. He also doesn't think Bridge Guy's voice matches that of Allen. Another local, Betty Cummings, who's a customer of the CVS where Richard Allen worked, told the Indianapolis Star that she would occasionally see him while having lunch with friends at a nearby McDonald's. Note that the McDonald's in Delphi is right next to the CVS. Cummings described Allen as calm and mild-mannered. She said, and I quote, "He just blended in. You wouldn't even suspect the guy," end quote. Note that CVS issued a statement yesterday saying that, and I quote, "The company is shocked to learn that one of our store employees was arrested as a suspect in these crimes. We stand ready to cooperate with the police investigation in any way we can. We remain devastated by these murders, red rums, deaths, and our hearts go out to the German and Williams families," end quote. Obviously, I also want to correct some misinformation that I talked about yesterday. It turns out that Libby German's grandmother, Becky Patty, was picking up photos for Libby's funeral from CVS when Richard Allen waited on her, and when he told her there was no charge for the photos. It makes you wonder if Allen is convicted for this brutal and senseless crime. Did he find some sick pleasure in having that interaction with Libby's grandmother? Per Matlock, some of Libby and Abby's family also were patrons of the bar on occasion. So upsetting to hear that the families may have brushed elbows with Allen at times over the past 5.5 years. I just want to send hugs and love to the girls' families. When Libby's grandparents, Mike and Becky Patty, spoke to a reporter from WTHR after the press conference on Monday, you could see the toll that this crime has taken on them. Let's hope that one day they can find some peace and find a way to somehow get over this, or at least find a way to live with it. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories.